to another Saturday night live stream. Let's start off by I'm going to go ahead and get this post done real quick. I guess so you guys don't have to stare at a static screen. You can stare at my not as static face while I do this. I'm going to stray here. Okay, yeah, it's still sticking out there. Alright, I gotta go get rid of this. Alright, get the link. Huh. That's weird. Okay, but it won't let me pull a link from that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put live chat on. Okay. What's up, Richard? How you doing, man? I don't think I've seen that name in the. I would have remembered the UK part. I don't think I've seen your name in the chat before. My memory's not the best, but it's not horrible. Hey, you got a notification. Good deal. It doesn't always happen. Let's be honest. I'm a little bit shadow banned on YouTube, but hey, it is what it is. I don't care. It doesn't matter. One of these days soon, my whole channel is going to change. Not as far as my content, really. Just, I guess, the process of it and what's going to be coming up. I've got so much cool stuff backed up, hanging out. Yeah, we'll just do the 2004 MRE case. We'll go with that. Post a link. I did dig out. I have 3 boxes, well, 2 boxes of I have stuff I haven't seen in probably 5 or 6 years that I had. There, one's a tote, one's a box that was stored inside a tote that I had basically using for a place for my cats to lay down on top of half the time. I don't know what's in them. I don't. I mean, I have a vague memory of a little bit of what was in some of the box, but it's stuff I haven't seen in years. So it'll be interesting to go through that and see if there's anything worth digging out of there right now. And so the plan tonight is a 2004 MRE. And I can't tell if that's thunder happening outside. I was going to go to the fair tonight. My buddy invited me this morning to go to the fair, and I was like, I don't know. He was doing the livestock thing, buying livestock for McDonald's across the river. You know, I guess they buy it and then give it back to the kids. I don't really understand how it works. That's one of the reasons I was thinking about maybe going, was kind of learning that whole process. But I decided against it, and they were supposed to have fireworks tonight. They had the demolition derby. Who was that guy? Some guy from like whenever I was younger. Cletus T. Judd. That's who it was. Who was going to be there, I guess, singing. I thought he was a comedian, but I guess he's not. He's more, well, kind of. I think parody song thing that he does. So he was going to be there, and then they were going to have the derby tonight. And then apparently they're having fireworks. Well, judging by where that place is at, you guys will be able to hear this when we go outside, if it's still happening, which it probably still is. Oh, hey, look at that. Hey, buddy. Hey. Had a raccoon. Where you going? Where'd you go? All right. Well, let's see if we hear anything. But it looks there. Let's see if my camera will pick this guy up. Probably won't, will it? I can hear people singing. That's weird. There's no way that's at the fair. The fair's like, as the crow flies, probably at least 8 to 10 miles from here. Like as the crow flies, I would imagine. I mean, I've never dropped a pin and drawn a line on a map to see exactly how far it is. Okay, maybe it's like 6 miles, 7 miles. But I didn't figure that I would hear it because of all the hills and stuff in between us. But I guess I was wrong. I don't know. I'm sure you guys can hear them people singing, which is very bizarre. Garfield, dude. Had one of the baby raccoons out there already, but it ran off as soon as I opened the door. I guess the fireworks are over, but I didn't hear no grand finale, so I don't know. That was weird. Maybe that's not what it was. Maybe it's a storm coming. Because it is. We've had some crazy storms. That is weird. That is not normal here. Like I've never heard that before, and I can't imagine that sound that what we just heard is traveling all the way from the fairgrounds. I mean, I guess what I could do. Let's pull up Google. I don't care to give away my location. I don't care. You're gonna stalk me? Go ahead. It ain't that hard to figure out. Let's see. Eggs County Fair. Let's go to maps. I don't want directions. It's not going to let me. Oh, here we go. It used to let me go to maps. All right, let's see. It's a 25-minute drive from here. There's no way that that's what I was hearing. I can't imagine it. All right, so let me zoom out on this location here. Okay, Minersville, Mason. I don't know, man. Here, I'll show you guys. Oh, wait, here. I guess I can do it this way. Right there's where it's at. And here's where I'm at. I mean, there's kind of a... But, I mean, I'm going to say that's probably about 10 miles. Let's see. Curves Run, Flatwoods. Let me see how many miles it says it is driving. How do I go into the directions? Should give me mileage. It says 25 minutes. Why doesn't it give me the mileage? I mean, I got to go about 6.5, 7 miles down the river and turn across the bridge and then go another probably 12, 13 miles to get there. Maybe not quite that far. Let me see. Doesn't give me a total on the mileage. That's really weird. Just says 25 minutes. Why is it not giving me mileage? I mean, there's 2 routes to get there. I don't know. I was just curious if that could possibly be the sound that I was hearing, but I don't know. Disable shake gestures. Google. I don't know. I would say as the crow flies, it's at least between 7 and 12 miles. I really don't know exactly how far it is because I've never really thought about it that much. But straight line over there, I'm going to say at least 7, maybe up to 12. So I don't know. Sound can carry pretty far, but the singing, I don't think that would have sounded like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Should we start off with just ripping into an MRE, or should we go through these boxes? Maybe let's just get an idea. I'll pull this little tote up here. Let's see. Oh, Bob had this labeled. I got this off of Bob years ago. This is he's kind of talking about all that, and this is last time. This is going to correlate directly with that. Yeah, I have no idea what's in here. But there's a MRE Nation chicken burrito bowl. That's pretty cool. I wonder what year this thing is. Is it a date code? Oh, it's probably on the label. Yeah, 2021. Oh, wow, that's the inspection date. Wow, I've had this for a long time. Looks like a cat or something's gotten a hold of it. Huh. Maybe there's nothing in here. What in the world is this? Oh, there's a long-range patrol in there. Huh. That's awesome. There's a bunch of cool random stuff in here. What's this? Oh, no way. Look at that. I forgot about this. I don't know how that one got smashed like that because it's been in this tote. Wow. That is cool. This one's definitely taking a little damage on this end right here somehow. It was probably already like that. This is probably late 80s, early 90s. Just judging by the label. Look at that Dr. Pepper logo right there. Pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I'm going to, I think, roll them up like this. Maybe I can get them some more bubble wrap that way. Let's bring that down. Like that. There we go. Oh, look at that. A survival kit. Holy. Wow. This is a good one too. Look at the bottom. See that? I guess we can kind of try to talk about what that is if you want. Cool. Should have the, yep, chocolate bar in it right there. This is probably 60s. Have to cut it open to find the date, and it has not been opened, as you can tell. The tape has shrank, though, that's for sure. Ooh, it's brittle, too. Yikes. It's definitely hard. Yeah, there ain't no way to open that without, I mean, it'll never be right again once it's open. It'll never look sealed again. She's definitely puffed up, too. Probably the chocolate. Yeah, the chocolate doesn't look that bloomed, really. It's not that puffy. Maybe it was just stuffed this tight to begin with, because really nothing in there can swell up. Well, I guess outside of the galls, could have gotten moisture and swollen up, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Huh. I can't remember if I bought this stuff off of Bob, or if Bob just hooked me up with this stuff. He'd saved it for me, or what. Bob was like that. Bob was a good guy to hook me up with some cool stuff, man. is this? Ooh. I think, I'm not sure, but I think this might be the one that has the mint bar in it. Spearmint bar in it. It's like a giant, thick, lifesaver type bar. Pretty sure that might be the prototype one. I'd have to do my research on it, look it up. And then there is a food packet long range patrol in here. These are freaking impossible to come by now. Very hard to come by. Well, that's everything that was in there. Look at that. That's a nice little box. Nice little box of stuff to stumble across. Stuff I haven't seen in years. I guess he just had all this stuff just kind of as extra cushion. I don't know if I picked this up in person or probably. All right, let's look at this other box. We may as well. We're into it at this point. Let's just go ahead and keep going. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Freeze-dried veggie mix. What is that? Something on it. Corn chips, shelf stable. Really? Yeah, they still feel crunchy, I guess. I mean, look at the date of production on this. Wow. Pre-COVID. Heck, this was pre-TV show. Before I even left for the TV show. What's this? Huh. Millennial tears. Freeze dried. I don't know what's in there. Something's in there. I don't know what. Some sort of drink mix, I assume. Fruit punch. Another vacuum sealed. Oh, that'll be interesting to see what the difference between those will be. Extreme menus Bob made. Is that what this is? Is that what this stuff's from? The extreme menus? I don't have a clue. There's a meat goring. That should be fine. I mean, it's packaged incredibly well. It's got something all over it, though. I don't know what leaked out. Look at that. It's all over quite a few things. Sticky, too. Definitely sticky. The MRE Nation cup with the cream cheese icing. It's like cookies or survival bar or something from MRE. I don't know what all's in there. It's like a survival meal in a cup, if I remember right. It was enough to get you by for a day or something like that in that cup. I've got another one of those cups right here. I keep just stuff in. I think I got this. I got that from Art Nina, I think. This is, yeah, foreignmre.com. That's right. Oh, I got a couple of these things here. Here's another one. This one I got from Bob for sure. So we got the knife on it, the spork, little cover, and a whistle. Anyway, another one of those. I wonder what the heck leaked all in this thing. It is nasty in here. Alright. Oh, no, I hope it wasn't this. Oh, no. Coffee pack. Was it this? Try to find one of these now. Go for it. This Indonesian, is that a bug? What is that? No idea what that is. Camera's not focusing very well. Huh. This is like some sort of huge drink mix, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's only one pack in here. Yeah, one pack. I don't think anybody's ever opened one of these on camera or anything. If I can get that. Oh, dang it. Get at least one of those flaps holding it closed. That's definitely a cool one. Some scrambled eggs with bacon. No cheese in that. Is there cheese in that? Dry milk. Nope, no cheese. Okay. Chocolate bar ration. No idea what those look like. It's like 2 of them in there. Some mixed fruit. That is... Huh, Warnick. I'll be. That's an actual MRE product. 100 milligrams of fuck it all. Chocolate covered sunflower seeds. Yeah, those still feel okay. Another one of the chocolate bar rations. 2 1.5 ounce bars. They feel weird. I don't know what he used for these. Bob had an amazing selection of different chocolate bars from all over the world. Another one of those. The wild blueberry music. What is leaked in this thing, dude? That's oily. Ooh. That stinks. What? Ooh. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what that smells. It stinks. It freaking stinks. Get something to wipe it off with. Good Lord. That's nasty. And it's sticky. It's like greasy. And it does stink, for sure. Good Lord. I do not like the smell coming off of that. Another coffee pack. There's definitely enough in here to survive for a few days. I don't know what. That was Ethan's, especially made for him. That looks like probably more vegetables. That's what it feels like. Potato sticks. Oh, no way. Look at that. Huh. Oh, man. I wonder if that's what. Well, I mean, I don't... Those have definitely leaked out. The jelly. Both of them look like they've leaked out. Got those weird Mentos in there. Good noodles. I can't remember what all is in these things. I mean, there's a contents list right here. Chili nuts, roll of candy, beef jerky is on the back. It's probably no good. Rough oat cake, energy drink, noodle soup, and cheese spread. Cheese spread? Really? Wait, is that what this is? Is that freaking cheese? That is... Is that cheese spread? Ooh. That's what I'm smelling. I didn't want to say it, but it smells like poop in there. It's got like a poopy smell to it. It's just bad cheese. It's bad cheese is what it is. Huh. I'll be. I don't know what kind of cheese it was to begin with, but it ain't edible no more. Yeah, that little ration right there is probably worth, I don't know, $40. Another scrambled eggs with bacon. Oh, the outdoor field spice kit. I've got one of these open somewhere. Got a little Tabasco, maybe a couple Tabascos. It's all kinds of cool stuff in there. I think he used like little miniature glass bottles. I can't remember what he done. Cheese spread with jalapenos. That's probably not good to have floating around in there. Another freeze-dried vegetable blend. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff in here. And I haven't even gone through. This is open for whatever reason. It was sealed. Ethan must have opened it up to look through it. Scrambled eggs with bacon. Some Canadian Smarties. That's what these are, right? Canadian. Pretty weird tube. That's what he wanted, though. Cheese spread with bacon. Yep, that's Ethan. That's Ethan. Fudge brownie. Icing. Cinnamon bun. Another cheese spread. Looky there. Boom. So we got cinnamon, 2 cinnamons, and 2 powdered sugars. Huh. Well. Oh. Duh. Buffalo style seasoning, Cajun seasoning, taco seasoning, Western style barbecue. Cool. How about that? What else? A couple more things in here. Tropical punch. And probably another cheese spread. Wet felt. That is another cheese spread with bacon. Or maybe it's the same one. Maybe I threw it back in there after I looked at it. Nope, it's right there. Yeah, nope, that's jalapenos. Oh, that's that other one. Yeah, I must have thrown it back in there. All right, well, there's all that stuff. Oh, no, we got to do something different here. I got to put this on the bottom. Stack stuff around it. Didn't see anything in there that I really had to open up. Cool to go through though. Oh. Then I have a box that has 10 or 12 of these in it. I guess this one's probably leaked out a bit. These are 1980s, 79s. Well, I think the box is 80. 1179. That's in good shape. All this stuff is military. I mean, they're in a civilian box. Everything is military except one thing. This. This is the only thing that is not the exact same thing that came in the military. Is that, and the spoon's a little different. The spoon's a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. It's different than the, well, here. See the, this is more see-through. This is definitely more opaque and probably just cheaper, I guess. I don't know, they feel about the same. That's weird. Might have just been a late rendition. But the ones that were going into MREs in 1980 weren't like this either. They were just like this. I don't know. I don't know why they changed the spoon in the civilian one. It had to be cheaper. It's the only thing I can figure. But, oh no. There must be a pinhole or something right there where they stamped it. Ain't that a shame? Let me get the... There's definitely something going on right there where that 6 or 8, it looks like a 6. Can't tell if there's a hole there or what is going on with that. Because this thing's not bloated. Not in the slightest. Which makes me wonder what kind of shape it's in. There's quite a few in that box that have not leaked. This one, I don't know. It's I don't know if that's like from an adjacent box, that staining on the bottom, or if it's from this, but I don't see any leakage. Well, maybe there. Oh, is that wet? Oh, it is. Look at that. That's actually actively leaking at the moment. My finger is moist from that. Huh. I don't know if I've ever encountered a main actively leaking liquid before. Usually they're so far gone that everything's dried up. Huh. Well, it feels like a solid mass of spaghetti. It's just, it doesn't, maybe it would break up. That might be worth opening up. How this is actually supposed to be. Because it certainly wasn't in there right. That doesn't feel right. Maybe it goes like this. Close enough, I guess. Pull that up and stick that in there like that. Like that. We might open that up. You guys will be the judge. As far as something to eat right now. Alright, my hands are super sticky. I gotta go wash them. Be right back. Okay. Alright, I have other menus, obviously, other than what's right there. The box is back here open, so I can just, if this ain't it, then we can pick something else. My hands are still a little wet. there's what's left. Spaghetti, jambalaya, beef roast, vegetable manicotti, beef enchilada, chicken with cavatelli, beef teriyaki, and chicken tetrazzini. I had these two out up tonight. I don't know. Why not? Definitely not in the mood for spaghetti tonight. And the jambalaya, I'm pretty sure it's the shrimp version. Beef roast, pretty heavy. Not super hungry tonight, so I'd actually easily go without eating tonight. The vegetable manicotti. I feel like I've had this one a couple times, and I liked it. And I also have enjoyed the chicken with cavatelli. People act like this is like a dreaded menu. I don't know why. I liked it when I've had it. But, I mean, pretty much anything in the vintage range now tastes like better food. Because it was. I mean, it's better compared to what we have now. Most of the food that we're able to get our hands on now is just, it's just not really food. The beef enchilada. This is one that I've never, ever had good luck with. This is a heavy one. This is a double boxed one, so I don't know what's on the other side there. I was watching Kaylin's live stream last Sunday, and she got 2 mains in her meal. She was having, what was she eating? Was it penne? Pasta? What was she having? I can't remember what she was having. It was something like that. But she ended up getting 2 mains. She didn't get her, I can't remember what her dessert. She was supposed to have spiced apples. She didn't get her spiced apples, and she got 2 mains. And one of the mains ended up being bad, she said. So, which I think it was delaminating or something after she boiled it. I probably would have ate it myself, or at least I would have tried. But, I don't know. I'd already kind of narrowed it down to these. I just showed you what else was left there. Beef teriyaki. I'm not usually a teriyaki fan. Just the teriyaki flavor, and I don't like teriyaki beef jerky. I don't like the teriyaki beef at the Chinese places. What's up, Gregory? Oh, you like beef teriyaki, huh? See, that's the difference in palates. You know, you were raised up probably eating that, or maybe not. Maybe that's not a common flavor in your area of the world, or maybe it is. Tetrazzini is definitely more along the lines of like my kind of growing up comfort food type flavor. Teriyaki is not. So, not so much. Oh, it was a 2009 cheese tortellini. That's correct. I think you had thought it was a 19, and then figured out not long after opening it probably that it was a 2009. At least that's what I gathered from kind of bouncing. I kind of rewound, went back and looked at when you opened them up, and kind of bounced around in the stream trying to keep up with the stream at the same time, and come back to the live chat. So yeah, I kind of put that together, and just, you know, bouncing around kind of tactic there. What did I got something the other day. I can't remember what it was. That I wanted to bring on the stream and use on the stream or something. Huh. I'll tell you what I'm curious about. Let's see if the beef sticks have done anything. Nothing. This is an opened package You could still eat that. You could still eat that. It's been open now for like 3 or 4 months. At least 2 months. I mean, it's been longer than that. It's got to be at least 3 months. I don't know when we opened these. Look at that. And that one looks... I've seen one of these go bad. This one's not going bad. What the heck, man? I'm telling you, I think it's got something to do with where my house is sitting. You guys can say what you want, think what you want, but something weird's going on here. Oh, no. What light did I just lose? My light's going out. Well, I thought for sure this time when I looked in those that there'd be some sort of decay, and there's not any. There's that dark Tabasco. Oh yeah, that is thick. There's some good, hot, aged dark Tabasco in that thing now. That is, yeah, that is weird, isn't it? I mean, it's not that something weird's going on. It's been this way now that I've noticed for probably a couple years. Bread doesn't go bad here anymore. It doesn't matter what kind of bread it is. I bought artisan bread. I bought the cheap bread. I bought Heiner's, which is a name brand here, local. I don't know if it's countrywide or local. I know I went to the Heiner's bakery whenever I was in kindergarten and got fresh bread, sliced bread off of the line, and they put butter on it. It was awesome. It was awesome. But that bread's not the same anymore. I honestly can't tell you a loaf of bread that I could go to the store right now and buy and be satisfied with it. None of it tastes right anymore. But I have experimented with this, guys. I mean, I have tried to make bread go bad. Let it set for months, just experimenting to see if it would go bad, and it will not go bad. I have a jug of milk in the refrigerator right now that I've been giving it to the cats now, but its purchase by date, or its sell by date was June 15th. So that means that I probably purchased that at the probably end of May, somewhere along in there, because usually it's about two weeks, 18 days, something like that. Usually because milk sells fast. I mean, it's only on the shelf for a day or two after, so the date on it usually is between 2 weeks and 18 days. And yeah, it's perfectly fine. If you want to call that perfectly fine, it's not. None of this stuff it's not food anymore. But again, I don't know if it's got something to do with where my house is set. And I know how silly this sounds, but my mom, that doesn't live very far from here, can buy the same loaves of bread, different grocery store, but they got to be in the same supply chain because she's just right down the road from me, not very far. Her bread goes bad. Her bread molds and goes bad. Mine does not. Mine does not. Not hardly anything goes bad. Unless it's, I don't know. I can't really think of anything right off the top of my head to tell you. Yep, that'll go bad quickly. Vegetables aren't good anymore. Again, I don't know if it's just me or what. Mike, you say your bread doesn't mold either? Yeah, finely aged milk. I mean, hang on a second. Look, I'm not joking. There it is. Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I started giving it to the cats a little bit. I mean, they really shouldn't have milk. It messes with their stomachs. I'm not going to drink this or use it. I mean, I could. Certainly. It smells fine. It smells perfectly fine. Exactly how it's supposed to smell, is how it smells. I'll tell you this, I have bought and went through 2 other jugs of milk since I bought that one. Because I was like, I had a hankering for cereal. So I bought another gallon of milk. I went through that gallon. Checked on that again. I was like, I'm just going to start giving it to the cats. Bought another gallon of milk probably 4 or 5 days ago. And I'm using it now. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Alright, so Tetrazini. I bet you that was a piece of fur off a brownie. You know what? That reminds me. Because I know a lot of you guys have been around long enough that you were around when I was bottle feeding and raising Brownie. Let me go back in my list because we're going to have to go back many, many years. I'm going to say 7 years ago, probably. 8 years ago. I know I had her in some thumbnails. Well, I had the babies in thumbnails. It was long before New York. Well, maybe she was a little older than what I thought. And I've been doing live streams for a long time. Oh, there they are. There she is. That's Brownie. She didn't have a name at that time. And I gave their brother away. Or no, that was a sister. That was a sister. Yep, she was given away. So this is 8 years ago. Here, let's, because they're pretty old in this. Hey, what's up? Turn the volume down. What was the date? August 16th of 2018. Well, that'd be almost exactly 8 years. So she was a little over 8 years old. Well, there they are right in the beginning. Of course, it's not open. There's not a pinhole in this. Look at them. Aww. But something in it obviously has a hole in it. I thought about opening this. And that's her right there. Thinking you guys, we have to go outside to do it. And at this point, we have to use a flashlight because it's considerably dark. That's weird. I don't remember the other one. I mean, it was pretty much dark at 8 o'clock. So I'll be. So what's up? What's going on? That's Brownie right there. Oh, getting MRE. Yeah. That's her brother, MJ. He's outside right now. This one I don't remember. This one I remember giving away. It had more black on its face than the others. There we go. Let that sit in there with you. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the China thing. I miss yeah, I know, I've heard about I miss that. Having kittens. I watched a guy, I think yeah, this one. Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it dogs in Japan? I don't know. I can't remember who I gave that one to. But these two are the ones that I ended up keeping. A possibility for me. I believe I might even starve to death before I would chop up my household animal. I would. That's a good. I would certainly starve to death before I'd eat my animals. There's no doubt in my mind. Hey, I'm going to assume that is that Dan. Did Dan send a super chat? Hey, Dan. Yeah. I've got fresh milk. I can go grab the fresh jug. It's in the fridge. It's just my milk doesn't go bad, man. Thank you for the super chat, Dan. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys don't care to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff if you haven't, because YouTube is changing their everything. They're changing everything as far as their monetization and some other stuff, which it's fine. It won't be long, and I'll be able to focus on my YouTube channel like I used to be able to, because I'm getting some things straightened away. There is a lot happening in my life right now outside of the content and like normal everyday life type stuff. There's a lot going on, a lot. But it's all kind of coming to a head, I would say, and big things are happening. So I'm just kind of in the process right now, and I told my contractor that I want the studio done. I definitely want it done by Thanksgiving, which is not that long from now. And I'm ready to get in there, get all my rations situated, get my man cave downstairs set up, which is going to be my studio, and have the apartment. The apartment upstairs, like I've got pretty much all of it lined up, ready to go. I do need to go buy some flooring, but that's not a big deal. It's not far away, and won't cost too much. There's a place near me that sells really nice LVP for $1 a square foot, 99 cents a square foot. I mean, they got anywhere from 99 cents to $1.99 a square foot, and that's even a good deal. But it's all really decent flooring. I just don't know. I don't know enough about it. Maybe I should do some more research before I go buying it, because there's something to do with tread wear and some other stuff. I don't know. I really don't. Again, I'm not a professional with that stuff. I don't really know. Hey, Chusik. What was I talking about 2 weeks ago? Hang on, let me go back. Maybe you said something. So the reason I brought the kittens up, I don't know, you guys, most of you probably don't even know this. It would have been last. Hang on, I got it right on here on the calendar. So the 14th, last Friday, not yesterday, but last Friday, the 14th at 2 p.m., I lost Brownie. She passed away in a horrible way. It was such a unexpected, weird situation, and the vet seemed to think that she either had some sort of bone cancer or stomach cancer, possibly. She also had an infection, which we had given her antibiotics for. I brought her home for a few hours. I wasn't satisfied. I knew that she wasn't able to drink water and stuff because she was bleeding from her mouth. So I took her over there. He put her under anesthesia and removed teeth, because that's where the blood was coming from, he said. And then called me and said she was waking up doing all right, and I thought everything was okay on Thursday. And then Friday morning, they never called me back to come and get her, and I called them at like 9:30 in the morning, 9 or 9:30. It's like, what's going on? And they wanted the doctor to talk to me, and the doctor said, she's not doing well. And I ran a blood test on her, and her white blood cell count is basically non-existent. She's not producing blood. And she had lost a ton of blood like I'd never seen before. I don't know what was going on. And the first time I took her to the vet, they gave her a shot to help her blood coagulate better, which I didn't think that was going to help anyway, because her blood was coagulating well. It's just she was bleeding from her mouth. It was very sudden, bizarre, and I don't know. It was awful. It was awful. Anyway, that was her on the stream right there. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as a baby. It's her right here. She was my baby. My buddy. So I've lost 3 cats in, I don't know what, the last 3 months. I can't remember. I wrote down the date for Minnie and Gigi as well. Gigi was old. Minnie was very old. Minnie, I thought Minnie could live longer, but she went downhill real fast. So there might have been something wrong with her too. I mean, I don't know. I think I probably need to move away from this spot that I live in. I think there's something wrong here. That brings me back full circle to what I was talking about. Anyway, Chusik, what did you say? What was I talking about 2 weeks ago? I got a video I'll show you guys too that I filmed just the other day. Thank you, Hard Knocks. Wow, I feel like a wuss. It's I'm close to these animals. They're a big part of my, I guess, overall life. Okay. I am not going to eat the teriyaki right now. I'm going to eat something that I think I might like. If it's any good. If it's still edible. 22-year-old chicken tetrazzini. Menu number 21. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can send this video to Dan. So you can see this, Dan. Maybe I can forward it to you. Share. If he's even still on here. Check this video out. This is just a couple nights ago. This is nothing crazy, but it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's typical stuff that I capture. But what was happening was these things were flashing like bright light at me. And I was like, you know what? All right, I'll film it. You know, I see this stuff all the time, and they've been doing this on and off over the past few months, that they'll be going across the sky and they'll flash me with like this bright light. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to capture that. And I was filming a different one, and another one flashed me. And then within another 30 seconds to a minute, something else happens. You'll see if you watch here in a minute. But I just sent that video to Dan. We'll see. Oh, yeah. So I'm still in the process of that. I'll probably take you guys with me whenever I open this up. It's going to be, it is a business. It's a business. So, but I don't want to like count my chickens before they hatch or anything, because after I told you guys that, something did happen that was completely unexpected, that has derailed it. It should have been done last Monday, is when we were set to meet at the lawyer to sign the papers. And something happened, not just a few days before. And then the brownie stuff happened. It's just like, I don't know. It's been a weird past couple weeks, actually. So I don't want to count my chickens, and I don't want to talk about like things I'm doing until they're done, because I'm still doing everything I said I was doing. It just stuff's taking longer than I'd like. It sucks. But yeah, there is something coming. And I mean, it's, again, I'll go back to what I said a couple weeks ago. It's not really necessarily channel related or anything, but it is a huge life move. And I don't know. It's a big deal to me. I guess is what I could say. And I like sharing some stuff like that with you guys. I mean, I just try to be real, and I am who I am, and I do. I share a lot of what I do with you guys. So, all right, should I peel this or cut it? Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna rip the bag all up. Break out the little IFAC knife. There we go. Guess I should have. This is a Warnick 2004 MRE. Menu number 21, chicken tetrazzini. Back then, there was not multiple designs for the bag. This was it. Not until 2008 did we get that bag changed to the modern, quote unquote, modern style of the 3 different designs. That being one of them right there. But, all one design, just like the brown bags. The brown bags prior to them, all one design. Then they got fancy with it and got the 3 different. And I do believe that the new ones, they might have went back to one single front. Now they're clear in the back, which I think is silly. They definitely took years off the life of those MREs by putting them in those Ameriqual style bags. What is that? All right, let's start with no way, a strawberry dairy shake powder. Is this one of the ones with the salmonella? I would have to check the codes. Does anybody want to do that while I'm going through the rest of this? The date code on this is 4104, and it's a Warnick. That information is on MREinfo.com. It's a Giannis Brothers Packaging Company. I don't know. I can't remember if it mattered. I think that was the only ones making them at the time. So, man, oh man, is that a lot of powder. That is a lot of powder. 3.5 ounces of powder. So, if you guys aren't initiated into the MRE crowd and know this bit of MRE history lore, back in the day, around this era, I believe this might be the exact era of the contaminated strawberry dairy shakes. There was a run, and it may have gotten into the vanilla as well. I can't remember. But there was a run of these back in the day that were contaminated with salmonella. And I do personally know someone who drank one of these years later and had to go to the hospital. So I guess it survives in the I don't know. I guess it survives through time. I really don't know the science behind that. It didn't want to play at first. Did it play like regular quality, Dan? Because I'm curious whether or not it sent you the actual full quality video. You do need to turn your brightness all the way up so you can see it a little bit better, obviously, because it's the night sky. I mean, it's not. But I believe right before that light shows up, like I think I'm talking about the fact that they've been flashing me these lights, and then that other one, as I'm following that one, it lights up. But that one that I'm following, that's exactly what's been lighting up and like flashing these lights at me. Maybe turn your brightness up. You should be able to see it pretty well here. Oh, I think my brightness is up. Let me double check. Yeah, okay, my brightness is up. Play the video. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see especially because of the reflection. Good grief. Yeah, I should turn other lights out. Yeah. So I'm following this right here. Watch right up above it. See it? Did you see what happened after that, Dan? So you go to about 1 minute and 13 seconds. Hang on. Let me back it up so I can find it so I can zoom in for you guys. Okay. Watch right here. Anyway, we'll check that out in a little bit. Pretty cool. I just started going through this MRE. Got sidetracked. What'd you say, Dan? I don't know if you saw the little event afterwards. My reaction, yeah. Well, I mean, it was a pretty good little capture, and it was a nice short video. Usually I'm out there, I got like these 10-minute long videos. I'll say this, I was walking home last night, talking to my son on the phone, and I stopped in a very dark area about a block up from my house, block and a half, and I could see 15 of them in the sky at one time. Like, they were everywhere last night. And it's not like that every night. I mean, they are out just about every night, but last night it was very, very active. Lasted for about a half hour, and then nothing. All right, let's finish going through this. I don't know if somebody decided to look that up or not. If they didn't, I will after I get everything out. No way, look at that. Look at that. That's something you don't see. That is a very nostalgic MRE pull right there. That is a legendary pull. Something you don't see these. Creamsicle cookie 4206, the 206th day. I'm gonna guess that's probably right. Is that around June? That's probably right around June, right? Yeah, that's probably right around June. Somewhere along in there. End of May, June, somewhere along there. Ooh, wow. Wow, look at that accessory packet. I mean, it's just packed plumb full of no Tabasco bottle, but is that double ciders? Or teas? Or I don't know what that is. What is that? Sugar. Huh. Maybe it's tea? Dude, that is cool. What's this? Strawberry jam? Nice. Another legendary MRE pull right there. So good. That is so good. That's too far away to see the cameras kind of. Here, let me zoom a little bit. There we go. Can you legal? Oh, yeah. Sure. Absolutely you can. Form your LLC. You got to get FDA. So if you're going to go mass market, this is something that Bob kind of got around by using pre-packaged items. So when Bob started doing his own packaged items, he had to go and use a FDA-approved kitchen at a college. That's how he was able to, and he had to have certain supervision or something. I can't remember exactly all the legalities and steps included for him to do that. But if you want to start freeze drying your own food products, and create an MRE company, absolutely you can. Absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind. I I would say this, like, the competition out there has grown in the past 7 years, 8 years. Like, there are quite a few companies that have came up in the ranks to actually compete with Mountain House. And I've got some of their products laying around here. I couldn't even name the companies right now, so they're not super memorable to me. Um, but they're in Cabela's. They're in, Dick's Sporting Goods. They're not in Walmart. I haven't. Well, some there might have been some in Walmart, but they do wet pack food. Typically, they do both. They do retort wet pack food and freeze dried food, and they do a lot of snacks and stuff. But I will say this also, their prices are crazy because they go full retail and want to get into those stores and stuff. The overhead, what you're paying those stores, it makes it very hard for you to have a affordable priced product. So I've thought about all this stuff. I mean, the, Bob, I, Bob knows more of the ins and outs of that stuff than probably anybody else in the community, and I would likely say he would probably gladly tell you anything you wanted to know. So there's the partially biodegradable MRE spoon. I can't remember how much the partial is. Hey, we got crackers to go with our jelly. Nice. Our jam, sorry, not jelly. Not jelly. We've got, man, this is a good MRE. We've got our flameless ration heater, of course. We've got, are you kidding me? I am shocked. We do not have peanut butter. Huh. But we do have our main. Our chicken tetrazzini. Cooked chicken, water, cooked enriched spaghetti product. Semolina, water, egg whites. Yeah, I'm not going through the parentheses. Then we go to mushrooms, chicken broth, Parmesan cheese. Great. Part skim milk, salt, cultures, enzymes, green peppers, contains 2% or less of the following: chicken fat, pimentos, cooking wine. Ooh, we got fancy with this recipe. Treated with sulfates, powdered vegetable shortening. Where's out of the parentheses? Salt, dehydrated onions, yeast extract, spice, disodium isonate, and disodium don't know how to pronounce that one. Or the next one. Oleoresin? Oleoresin? I don't know. Oleoresin of turmeric. Huh. Interesting. And then, of course, the old school box with your little loss of motivation, loss of strength, decreased in endurance, decreased mental alertness, because if you don't eat, you can't stay sharp. 159th day of 2004. And we don't have peanut butter. Shouldn't we have peanut butter? I thought we should have peanut butter. I got some leftover peanut butter somewhere. Let me get this in the boil, and I'll grab the leftover peanut butter, and we'll get started on opening the rest of everything up. I got to check on that dairy shake. These things are freaking awesome well, hopefully it's consumable. Oh yeah, that looks good. A little bit of, maybe not. I don't know. I don't feel any delamination. Okay, let me go throw this in some water. Be right back. Oops. Leave that there. Okay. So I've got some like 1984 peanut butter. It's open. So it's probably separated a bit. Looking for the date. Huh. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Looks like either 1983 or 1984 peanut butter. And then I don't know when this is from. 1305. So it might be 2021, maybe. Dude. 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 Blowing me up, bro. Holy. Gabe does that. The shit? Oh. Okay. I gotta look up this, did anybody look up the, what's the worst MRE you ever had and still tried to eat? Ooh, that, I don't. Worst MRE I've had, still tried to eat. Whew, I'd say as far as like military mains go, the worst I've tried to eat was probably, I've tried to eat a couple MCI mains that were not, they ended up not being edible. I want to try a good ham and eggs chop though, one that's in good shape, and I have one. I do. I have one, and for some reason the ones that came out of the in-flight meals, the old like 1950s and 60s in-flight meals in the gold cans, for some reason those things have held up amazingly. I don't know if they were like a higher pressure can for, you know, for using in-flight. I don't know why those ones hold up better. Maybe it's the gold cans are different composition. Clearly there's something different about them. All right, let me look up mreinfo.com here real quick, because what's the worst MRE I've ever had? Oh, yeah. Okay, so if we're just talking about, like, yeah, the spinach fettuccine is the worst MRE probably that I can think of. Modern, as far as the modern MREs go, they're just, it's the opposite of what my palate likes. I really don't know too many people that would prefer a meal like that over really anything else. I mean, it's gelatinous. The flavor's not good. It's really, really bland, to be honest. From memory, I did not like it. MRE info. Okay, and we'll look up salmonella. Salmonella dairy shake. All right, let's see. MRE dairy shake recall. The United States military do not consume, order, recall, or dairy shake powder found in MREs, UGRs, blah, blah, blah. This recall was issued after the FDA inspector determined that Plainview Milk Products Cooperative in Minnesota may have shipped non-fat dry milk fruit stabilizers with whey protein and gum products potentially adulterated with salmonella to their commercial customers between June of 2007 and June of 2009. Okay, so we're good. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So 2008. Here it says there were 6,000 packets with the 8324, 300 packets. Okay, that was the strawberry banana. And then the 300 packets of chocolate flavored dairy shake. That's cool. We got strawberry and strawberry. That's kind of cool. And then 200 packets of vanilla flavored dairy shake lot in 9132, and 100 of the strawberry in 7225. So all the way back into 2007. Huh, that's a wide range, man. Like, they were using that crap over that long of a period of time? That's so weird. Think about that. From the 225th day of 2007 all the way up to 132nd day of 2009. So almost 2 full years they were using that. That's so bizarre. Maybe there's more. No, I think that's the same. Wait, affected MRE. What? Well, there's 2001. Beef steak with mushrooms, beef stew, spaghetti with meat sauce, and chicken tetrazzini. Why am I on the list here? Pretty sure we're good. Unless I'm missing something. It sounds like it's only that couple years. Yeah. Well, are you kidding me? Why is it? So there's 05 to 06, 02 to 05, and this is one of them. All right, I'm confused. Does that mean that this is one of them? I don't care. I'm drinking it. I don't care. Let me go get that main out. It's got to be done by now. So, this is not good. This thing delaminated worse than any MRE main that I've ever seen that I've boiled. Not good. We're going to roll with it, though. We're just going to roll with it. Dairy shake powder. We're going to drink it. If I go to the hospital for salmonella, I swear. Does salmonella kill me? Hang on a second. This is stupid. Okay. Got it. I feel like it's missing something. I swear I feel like this menu is missing something. Is it? It's missing like a fruit. It's missing like a side. There's no side. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure that something's wrong. It definitely sucks. I know it sucked. All right, I got to check this menu because I do not think that this menu is right. Something definitely feels like it's missing. Let's go back to MRE info. Let's go to MREs, menus. All right, 2004. 2004. Click in. Okay, cookie, crackers, jam, dairy shake, accessory pack of tea. It's not missing anything. Huh. I'll be. Well, I'm wrong. I thought for sure there should be a side of some kind, but apparently not. We have spiced cider and iced tea. That is awesome. We also have our moist towelette, our Chiclets style gum, our package of 4 grams of iodized salt. There's definitely not 4 grams in there. Maybe 2. That's, yeah, it's like, usually it's up to about right there. It's down here. We have, oh, look at that. We got us a seasoning blend, salt-free, whatever that is. Onion, garlic, spices, carrot, orange peel, parsley, tomato, red bell pepper. There's virtually nothing in it. Citric acid, soybean oil, natural flavors, maltodextrin, and lemon juice solids. 51st day of 2004. We've got our package of matches, and you know those are made by D.D. Bean and Sons. D.D. Bean and Sons. Right there. Jeez. Sorry guys. Did I zoom in too much or something? What did I do? And they are black matches with red tip. Strike on back. Good. Last but not least, we got our United States issued butt ration, or napkin, or paper towel, whatever you want to use it for. We don't need it. We don't need these. I got a pack in my pocket actually because my lighter's been it ran out. Gum. Moist towelette. I got a pack of salt up here open already. I'm sure it might need it. I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be edible. The package came apart. You will see. You will see here in just a minute. All right, let's get drinks made. And I don't think I have my cups cleaned either. One here. This thing is like vacuum packed, and if I get a hole poked in it, let it fall down. There we go. Dang, this thing's got 3 drinks. I forgot about the strawberry dairy shake. I don't even know how I'm going to make that strawberry dairy shake. I need I need a mixer. That's what I need. Because that thing, if you don't shake those things up in like the Ziploc pouches that they didn't make it this time, they are very hard to get mixed up. But we will try. We will try. I mean, the menu literally was listed on that list. But it said that it was only 8 or 7, 8, and 9. I don't know. It didn't make any sense after I read it. I didn't read the whole thing, obviously. But it seems to me in my memory that it was a 3-year stretch of the infected. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Was that a year ago? A bunch of people got sick. Okay. I don't know. I did, though. I forgot about it. There, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to have to go get a different cup for this thing. I've got one of those coffee cups buried right here that has like the mixer in the bottom of it. Where is that thing? It's in a box or something somewhere. Where is that thing? A big cup right there. Huh. I don't know what I did with that thing. I'll bet you I packed it away a couple years ago, and it's hard to tell where it's at now. I got, you know, the coffee cups with like the mixers in it. It wouldn't mix up a dairy shake, I doubt. But maybe. Oh yeah. That actually smells really good. Before they started putting protein in everything, which protein's a good thing, don't get me wrong, but I don't want it in my drink. I just don't. I don't like protein in my drink. I'll take it in anything else, but not in my drink. All right, what am I going to put that in? I need a big cup. Hang on. I think I got the right cup. Got this cup at least, let's see, I've had this cup at least 20 years. At least, probably longer. I remember getting it, I remember when I got it at A&W. But I don't, how much water does this thing say? Six ounces? There is no way. The amount of powder that's in, there is no freaking way. 6 ounces of water, which I mean, there is a ton of powder in here. Should I make it all right now, or just do half of it? I think I might just do half of it. That's pretty close. But look how much powder. Look at that. That is a massive amount of powder. A lot. All right, let me go get some water in these things. Actually, I got a bottle of water right here. Put in that one. water. Yeah, 6 ounces my rear end. That takes care of that. Cider calls for 6 ounces as well. Oops. Guess I could have made that hot. Probably would have been better, honestly. Like it, I don't know. I like the cider hot. That's my milkshake. I guess mug is what you call that. I could probably use a little bit more water. I think that thing holds about typically 10 ounces. That's probably, I don't know, that's probably about 6. I'm not going to overdo it. Put the water. Grab a spoon. No. Nice tea. Don't know. Maybe we'll make the tea. I don't know. I don't really need another drink. Let's see if this thing mixes up now. Looks like Pepto-Bismol. Definitely didn't all mix up. I don't know, it seems pretty thick, but it's definitely still got chunks in it. Huh. Whatever's in that's stuck all over the spoon. If I have to add more powder to it, I'll add more powder to it. Not that big a deal. Alright, orange creamsicle cookie. Definitely a legendary MRE pull right here. Not a common item at all. Probably the only one. This is probably the only menu that had this cookie in 2004. And I don't believe this cookie ran very long at all. It'd have been better to have a strawberry flavored cookie with the strawberry jam and the strawberry dairy shake. Oh, that actually smells awesome. It smells exactly like what you think it would. Creamy, orange, and cookie. Huh. I wonder what that is. What the little chunks of flavoring. Yeah, that's what all that is. Cool. Cool. 15-year-old buffalo sauce. I can't wait to do a meetup. I can't wait to get some videos together too. Yeah, that's got to happen soon. I got the itch. 205th day on the here. I'm just gonna rip these. Let's see if we get a hiss. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those smell a little pungent, actually. I'm not so sure those smell right. Yeah, they're probably fine. They always are, unless they were sealed, so they're fine. Give the jam a little squish back together here, because certainly some separation going on in there. Okay. There we go. Smaller the hole, the more the control. All right, let's take a look at this main. Because I don't know. I don't know about it. Nice and hot, but look. Like, it literally came apart. Look at that. Not good. I don't know about this one, guys. Why does it look like there's food behind the... Plastic everywhere. Plastic. It's in my hair. It's everywhere. In our bodies. Being absorbed through our skin. Anyway, well, this is how they, when they do the prototypes, this is how they show you what's inside of a retort without it being open. Is this right here. There's your chicken tetrazzini still contained in the retort pouch. I mean, this is not normal, folks. It is hot. But the glue certainly broke down. I assume that's why it's yellowed like that. It doesn't pick up on camera as well as it does in person, like what I'm seeing. Just because how shiny it is. But in person, it's very yellowed. And, that's just some thick aluminum. Very, very tough aluminum foil. A little bit of a different composition, I'm sure. And then you've also got your coating on the outside, which helps your aluminum foil stay together better. You've got that laminate on the outside as well. It'll come apart or not. No. Still, pretty cool to see, I guess. I don't know how well that's going to bode for the food, but we will find out. May as well. You can literally see what's happening inside of it. That's kind of that's not the usual, is it? What happens when you squish it down? Here's what happens. Squish it all down there. I guarantee it's not going to tear right. So let's just let's not even try. Let's just cut it. Okay. Might be a mushroom left in there, looks like. Yeah, it's actually a piece of chicken. Very dark. I'm not going to try to get that out of there. Anyway, it's enough. We got enough out of there. Brownie would usually be in here bothering me, wanting some food. Daggone it. I miss her. All right. Let's give this a smell. Whoa, bug just fell in there off the light. Okay. It does not smell fishy. So usually when one of these chicken dishes goes bad, it smells fishy. Like tuna. I'm not really picking that smell up here. I mean, it smells like canned chicken, but it doesn't really smell, it doesn't smell off. And that's not bad. Look at that. Here. That's the type of grain that you want to see in your meat. Right there. That's normal. We're not seeing this anymore in the modern crap. But that's what I'm going to try right there first, is that bite right there that I just tore. And we will see if the chicken has, I mean, it definitely has got a brown, weird, gray, I don't know, it doesn't look the best. But that's okay. That's okay. Down the hatch, I guess. Here we go. Huh. I don't know. It's a little off. Yeah. Very chewy. Very dry. The flavor, slightly metallic. It tastes like old chicken. It tastes like, if you've ever ate like a drumstick that's been sitting on the table, like at a family reunion or something like that, and it's been sitting there for 3 or 4 hours and it's gotten cold. That's kind of the way the chicken tastes. Except it's a little more off than that even. It's certainly got a, that metallic flavor is not good. I don't feel any weird side effects as of yet, but maybe a little bit of numbness, a little bit of, oh man, I don't want to eat mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, especially not like this. I mean, I can eat mushrooms in certain occasions and ways, but this is not one of them that I like them. All right, we'll try a bite with a little bit of everything here. That was a lot of chicken. It's hot. At least there's that. It's lost a lot of its flavor. It's very, like, neutralized or faded. Like, you can just tell that the flavor has faded. It's not very savory. I mean, there's not very much flavor at all, really. Chicken is very dry. And I'm a person that, like, I don't mind dry meat. That is almost like jerky. That's exactly what it reminds me of, is jerky. Which is kind of weird for chicken that's been sitting in broth or gravy, whatever you want to call it. For as long as that has been, you would think it would have softened it up some and or at least absorbed some of the wetness. I don't know. give it a try with some cracker, because I feel like the cracker might help it, you know. Let's just do the right thing here. Huh. Well, the cracker definitely helps it flavor-wise. The cracker's got a lot of flavor. I'm going to give it a little bit of salt. Maybe. Same thing. This has got way more in it. Did this go solid on me? No. It's broken up. Woo, that stinks. I like garlic and stuff. I don't know. Not my type of flavoring on this type of dish anyway. I don't know. Something about this just tastes old. It's very distinct old flavor that comes along with a lot of old food. And this has it. All right, with some seasoning and some salt with some cracker. Let's see. Wow. Immediately better. Not bad. That is a stark improvement. I didn't think I'd like that seasoning, but it mixed well with the, I don't know, chicken broth or whatever's going on in there. The little bit of wetness. No. Not horrible. Let's give it a little shot of Tabasco here. I don't want to come out there. It's so thick. It's the wrong bottle. This might be the wrong bottle. Nope, that was the right bottle. Alright, I'm not fighting it. I'm just going to use this new Tabasco. Holy, what the? Well, that just ruined that. That was way too much Tabasco. Alright, I gotta pick around the Tabasco a little bit. There's certainly brown meat chicken in here, and it is very brown in color. The seasoning and the salt and some cracker. Let's see. Tabasco. Okay, the Tabasco is an improvement on this dish. It actually works. Everything has helped this dish because it was so bad to begin with. Yeah. It just hasn't aged well or something. I mean, it wouldn't have been the best to begin with, but at the same time, chicken, noodles, chicken broth, a little bit of mushrooms. I mean, it wouldn't have been bad to begin with. Hang on. I forgot that I made the cider till I took a drink of it. Wow, is that spicy. Woo! Be right back. Alright, on to dessert. Actually, no, crackers. Strawberry jam. Let's see what it looks like. About right. It's for the age. It's a little oxidized, obviously. I can smell the cracker. Let's see how it tastes. Oh wait, Delicious is here? Hey, what's up, Delicious? Good to see you here, man. Huh. Well, the strawberry jam is very weak in flavor again. It's like, it's very smooth, which is a little bit odd on the texture side of this, but let me give it another try. The crackers flavor is so overpowering. But I do think that the strawberry jam has lost some flavor. I want to try just some strawberry jam on its own and see what it tastes like. Doesn't taste like strawberry at all. I mean, it's got a slight fruit flavor to it, like fruity flavor to it, sweet. Obviously, it's like a thick, but no real flavor notes that would, if you tried this blindfolded, you'd never be able to guess it was strawberry. This one must have seen some heat stress or something. More than the others, like on the outside edge or something. So I think it's possible. Yeah. Virtually no flavor. What do I do with that peanut? I got some peanut butter here. Do a quick little... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, dang it. I forgot to knead it up. Well, that wasn't good. Oh, yeah, I'm making a mess. All right. Let me just go with this newer one here. Maybe it's not as bad. Doesn't feel like it is. It's got some peanut oil on it. We'll just go with that. And some of this jam. Yep. Try that. That's an improvement. That's a good question to ask to a Polish man. I would be curious to what another part of the world's history, or what they, how they were educated about World War II. Yeah, the peanut butter certainly improved the jam. The jam is just kind of a letdown. I thought it was going to, well, very rarely do I get let down by a jam. Very rarely. Look at that weird separation of foam on top of that thing. My confidence level in this dairy shake is not the highest. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen the Arby's video? The Arby's guy video from, it's like, it's got to be 12 to 15 years old now. That's probably older than it might. Yeah, I would say 12 to 15 years. I think the first time I seen it was probably back in like 2000. I don't know, maybe like 13 or 12, somewhere on there, maybe 14. Guy, if you guys haven't seen it, you really should see it. All right, let's see how this dairy shake is. It's got a little bit of that weird kind of protein flavor to it. Kind of that earthy. I don't know, you can smell it right as you're getting ready to take a sip of it. That's a little bit thicker than I prefer. I want a little more water to my shake. The amount of water that they call for inside of these things is not, there's no way. You put 6 ounces of water in that thing and it'd be like pudding. It'd be a little thinner than pudding, obviously. But I think 3 ounces of water and it would be like pudding. Maybe even 4 ounces of water would be like pudding. I could be wrong. But that's about half the pack, and I've put, I'm going to say, at least 10 ounces of water to that. To half of it. Let's see. Doesn't really taste so much like, I guess a little bit like strawberry. Probably smells more like strawberry than it tastes. It's a pretty unique flavor. I can't put my finger on what else tastes like this or what this tastes like. I've had these many times over the years. This one's not as good as the ones that I've had in the past that I remember. I mean, that's about the right consistency for me, though. I like it's about right. Okay, well, orange creamsicle cookie. Very unique smelling. It smells exactly like what you would think it would smell like if you went into a pastry shop and they had an orange creamsicle cookie. I mean, I can smell the cookie, and the orange creamsicle is very distinct, creamy orange. I really want that bite right there. Whatever that is, that's like the orange creamsicle flavoring right there. I want to taste that right there. I don't know if I should just try to eat that little piece out of there and to get the more concentrated flavor, or take a big bite with it. I think I want concentrated. Oh, it broke. All right, so I'm gonna get that and eat that little nibble off the yeah. All right, here we go. That's definitely where the orange creamsicle flavor is coming from. It's like those weird chocolate chunks that they have in the chocolate chunk cookies that are kind of melty. That's how that stuff is. There's another chunk of it right there. It's not too sweet. Where'd that freaking hair come from? It's not too sweet. It is way crunchier than I like, but that's how all these MRE cookies are. Overall, this is a really nice cookie. A lot of that stuff in there. We'll see how it mixes with the strawberry jam. That's actually pretty nice. It makes it just seem more fruity. Just kind of adds a nice little sweet kick to it. Yeah. Let's try it with some peanut butter. See how that goes. I don't think those two mix. The saltiness of the peanut butter is what I do like mixing with the cookie. But the peanut flavor is not so great with the orange. Yeah. Not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I'm gonna wash it down. That is really not bad. That would be something really nice to have out in the field, out in the middle of the woods, whatever, wherever you're stuck. This would be a really nice comfort food item. Mm-hmm. I would make 2 full shakes out of it, though. I'd make 2 10-ounce, 2 12-ounce shakes out of it, though, probably. 6 ounces is just crazy. That's 2 ounces of water for every ounce of powder, more or less. That's 3.5 ounces of powder. A lot of powder. All right, since Delicious is here, let me see what I can pull out of cigarette land over here. See what we can have. I think. I can't do that. Okay. What is this stuff? Huh. Okay. Well, that's not at all what I thought it was. I got a bunch over here that Gabe sent me to that I need to get to sometime. Let's see, since Delicious is here right now, let's open a new pack. Let's open a new pack of Camels. These are, wait, maybe I've already opened these. I guess maybe I did open these. Alright, hang on. Surely I got something over here I haven't opened. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I do. Right here. The Sobieskis. Delicious says on these ones, I think it's the Polish brand, a Polish brand, which has remained, is Jan 3 Sobieski, named after the famous Polish king from the 17th century, mostly famous by protecting Europe from the Turkish invasion in the Battle of Vienna in 1638. So this brand, named directly after Sobieski, named after the famous Polish king from the 17th century. So I guess Sobieski, it says Jan 3rd, so I'm a little confused on the Jan 3rd thing. So this is, I'm going to assume, a very long term Savoriski. Savoriski? It's not Sobieski. Probably pronouncing it wrong. I mean, as I'm pronouncing it the way in English. Or, okay. Soboyski. Does that sound about right? Soboyski. or Savisky. 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 Does that sound about right? I'm trying. With your instruction. So, nothing on here stands out to me. But this sounds like it has been a very long time brand in Poland. This is the last one he listed on here. There was also a Polish brand. They've all but disappeared from the market, replaced by the international brands, but it's a small, so the Mockney, which is these ones right here. I've had quite a few of these. Wait, that's not, yeah, it's these ones, yeah. I've had these are the little tiny shorts. I had a couple of these, but these, look, teeny tiny little smokes. Kind of cool, actually. They're the size of a non-filter, but with a filter. That's exactly what that is. All right, I think this is the last pack out of this group that Delicious sent me to open. Here we go. That smells like some good tobacco. Okay. It's got a very savory, it does not smell like a cheap tobacco. I have had some smokes here recently. I tried, there's a new brand of Winston out, Winston something. I tried those. There's a new brand of Marlboro out, Cowboy Cut or something like that. I mean, first thing I done when I opened it was smelled it, and they smell cheap. Like the tobacco doesn't smell good. They're not good. They're not good. Which, I mean, of course, they're their cheap version, so it's probably scraps off the floor. Who knows? That's the Lucky Smoke. That's the Smoke to Smoke. Turn this one upside down. Put it back in. Close it up. Okay. It almost tastes like food. Very savory. Very... almost reminds me of like pasta. The way pasta smells is the way this tastes. You can call that weird if you want. That's what it's reminding me of. Huh. About to find out. It'll be completely different once lit. They always are. Burnt my finger. My filter got hot fast. Second puff. Ow. I didn't overpack them. I made sure not to. I've done that a couple times here recently, and I kind of ruined my cigarettes from packing them too much. Packing them too tight. It's not a bad quality tobacco. It's actually pretty good. But for some reason, the heat is carrying down this thing into the filter almost immediately. I've never experienced this before that I can recall. Can't ever remember a cigarette getting hot on me like that. I can feel it in my fingers. I mean, even the cigarette's hot down here right now. That's weird. Huh. Flavor-wise, it's great. It's great. No complaints whatsoever. I mean, it's not even a hot, like, when you get down so far into a cigarette, and if you hit it in succession quickly, the filter will collapse and it will get hot. You'll experience that heat. This is, I don't know, but the flavor is really good. It'll make you drop it. It gets so hot. Yeah, these are designed to make you quit. I've got zero complaints on the flavor. The flavor, it's smooth, it's rich, it's bold. It's good. No complaints whatsoever. So these are right middle of the road, average price-wise. I've been experimenting with different things here because prices have gotten, I guess we're just catching up with the rest of the world here. Because I remember, it's probably 7-8 years ago, Dan sent me a pack of Winfield Classics right here. And this was probably 7 or 8 years ago. This was pre-2019. I got the receipt around here somewhere. I kept it. What I've done with it. Might have stuck it in that can down there. Anyways, they were like 25 bucks for a pack of smokes in Australia 7 years ago. I don't know what they are now. Probably $40 a pack. I will also say it's burning up quicker than usual. But outside of that, everything else is good. Very good. Just the quality of tobacco has went so far downhill here in America in the past year or two. It's just been a constant downhill. I mean, Pall Malls went downhill and also went through the roof in price. That used to be an affordable smoke, and it was the best. Marlboros went to crap. I've bought a few packs here, and they're awful. Marlboros are awful now. They're not good. I don't even even if I had a gazillion dollars and money was no object, I still wouldn't buy them. They're not good. I preferred Pall Malls. Pall Malls now are, depending on where you get, like one place I've checked the price on them, they were $16 a pack, which is crazy. But they're averaging $10, $11, $12 a pack. I seen one place they were $100 for a carton, which was $10 a pack. That's before tax. So they would have ended up being $106, I think. I think the sales tax is the same on tobacco as everything else. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, that. Once it gets down, it's done. Where it's transferring heat so much, so bad anyway. Yeah, when it gets down, it collapsed the filter, got really, really, really hot. Hotter than even, yeah, very, very much so abnormal. Very much so. There are some similarities between this and Strawberry Quick. I wouldn't call them alike, but there are some similarities. Obviously, they're both strawberry milk drinks, so there are some flavor similarities there. I think that's where my memory's coming in at with pre-burn technology. I mean, again, this is a very strange thing. I've never experienced that before. To my recollection, I've never had a cigarette get hot on the light. As I lit it, I felt the heat at the bottom, which is, I can't recall that ever happening. No, I don't think that's ever happened. So it's definitely deep. Maybe it was just that one. Maybe it was just a fluke and there was something up with that. I guess it's possible. I'll try another one here shortly and we'll see. Okay, so the carnation's got a lot of protein and stuff in it, but it's also got like that weird, I don't know, like powdered drink smell and flavor that this has. So if like you mix a little bit of carnation instant meal drinks with a strawberry quick and you thinned it out with some water, that's what you'd have here. No, that's a good find. Any Bible pre 1890, 18, or even maybe 1900 is a good get. It's a good to save. I mean, if you look at what Anthropic's doing with the books, oh my God, it's a travesty. I mean, the vintage books, they're cutting the spines off of them, scanning them. Here's my problem with that. Once they scan them into that system, you and I both know that they will, probably already have been manipulated. I know there's some sort of rule book saying, well, you can't change the text from the original author. But there was a judge that allowed this to happen and allowed them to burn those books when they were done. Destroy them. Burn them, trash them, whatever. Recycle them, whatever. Why are they cutting the spines off of them to begin with? All these books that they're scanning could be saved and just, I don't know, put in a library somewhere. They're buying up all the vintage books that they can find and scanning them into the system so that there's a categorized database for all books. Like I said, we both know and understand that once it's scanned into that system, it can be manipulated, and it will be if it hasn't already been. Look, the first thing that AI does is lie. If you all haven't figured that out, spend a little more time with it. You'll figure it out, because I don't know. It's trained by humans. Humans lie, but for some reason AI goes to that quickly, if not immediately. It's not a good future. It's not a good future. I hope people wake up, and it seems like they kind of are slowly. It needs to happen faster before it's too late for them to. I mean, maybe it already is. I don't know. I don't like the doom and gloom. I'm trying to stay away from the black pill, whatever you want to call it, the doom and gloom. All right, while we're on the weird subject here. Let me turn all the lights off. Holy, what the? Crikey. Wait, okay, yeah, I ain't gonna show your number. Dan sent me that. I said 40 or 50 bucks. I said it. That's Australian dollars, I assume. Maybe that's American. I don't know. It doesn't. Well, I'd say it's probably Australian since you looked it up. That is just wrong. It's so wrong. Survival. So you work for a large corporation based in Japan. We aren't allowed to use any fashion of AI. All companies should go that route. I'm telling you right now, we're already giving it too much control. And if you go down the rabbit hole and you start looking at this term, Donald Trump signing, the first thing he done was signed a bill that allows AI and these data centers to go unchecked for 5 years until he's gone and out of the picture. It's just, and it's running rampant. It's destroying our country. I don't care what anybody says. It's eating up the power. It's eating up water that it doesn't even need. It's also collecting all of our data. It's making it possible for them to collect anything that you say within the range of the microphone on your phone is being captured and stored. Doesn't matter what you think, that's what's happening. So lots of companies are now rehiring people back. That's AI just isn't. Number one, it's not being used properly. Number two, it's not there yet. It's not at the level that people think that it is. AI's been around a lot longer than what most people even think, or what they'd even believe if you tried to tell them. If you try to tell them that BlackRock has been using AI since 2012 to make all their trades, they're going to say, yeah, right. Well, that's the truth. That's why that company is what it is right now. Right now, currently, well, they're probably more than this, but the last I know that there was a stat put out, BlackRock was making 250,000 trades per day using AI. 250,000 trades per day. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and bet that at least 200,000 of those they were up on. Yeah, well, we need to do that. We need to do that. But yeah, there's a whole world that has been happening around us, and people that involves this stuff that most people were unaware of. I was unaware of for a long time. And then once you start realizing what's been happening, and you go back and you look at history, and you look at what we know because we lived through it, and we can look at empirical data, because they're not going to tell the truth. If it doesn't look good for them or their brand or their company, they're not likely going to just tell the truth about it. But if you lived through it and you saw these things happen, then you know it's not going to be depicted the same way in history. They're manipulating history like never, well, maybe not never before. It's hard to tell when you really start digging back through all the years of what has happened in the past 300 or 400 years. It really looks like there was a big manipulation of history that happened, and I think that's likely true. We've been ignorant to it. We wholeheartedly believed as we were growing up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, before we had these computers in our lives on a daily basis, and we were being taught with books, and we were being taught from people that were taught through books, and then people that were taught through other books, and went down the line. We believed what we were told. Why? Why did we believe it? Well, because that's what they wrote in a book. Who wrote that in the book? What kind of intentions did they have? Are they just going on opinions of what they think happened during this battle or this era in politics? Or like, how much of this stuff is actually provable data? Hardly any of it, because unless you lived through it, you were there and you saw it happen. And even then, the human mind twists things, and it when you start breaking it down into the individuality of reality, we don't even know what our minds are doing to things that we see in the moment. We have a memory, and a lot of times those memories are at least slightly twisted from what actually happened. It's his story. It's the person that is the victor writes his story, and that's how you get his story. So that's true, has been true for a very long time. Well, maybe forever. Maybe we could just go back, as long as there's been written history, it's been written by the victor. And we never get the other side. We never get the other side. I'm going to try to show you guys this video. I'm going to turn the lights off, all three of them, and see if maybe you guys can pick up on my screen here. I'll show you this video. This was 2 nights ago, I believe. Definitely wasn't last night. It might have been Thursday night. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. What kind of reflection we're going to get here? I don't think my brightness is up. It's not. Come on. You can do it. Light up real bright. Hang on a second. So let me show you what I'm tracking here. See this right here? These are the things that's been lighting up at me, okay? Or it's actually right there. Now just watch above it. Right there. Oh, yes! All right. My camera just lost focus. That was awesome. That was a different one, but you've seen it. Why is it so out of focus? Heck yes. There we go. Okay, that keep watching. Keep watching. It's coming. That one there stopped. Oh, did you see that? Here, let me back it up. I'm going to zoom in for you. Can't zoom in. Why can't I zoom in? Okay, I can't zoom in, but watch down bottom here. Oh, yeah. One more time. Watch the bottom. Oh, yeah. I was pointing the camera right at it. That was great. Not exactly sure if that was a shooting star or... So I've went back and watched this a couple times, and I've on what I filmed it on, and I slowed the speed down to watch it come in, and either it hit the atmosphere and slowed way down, or something. I don't know, but it changed speed tremendously. Like you can see it. Hang on here, I'll back it up. Where's it at? A little further. It's about right here. Okay. Wish I could zoom. I can't zoom. Damn it. Hang on. It wasn't. Alright, let's see. What's down here at the bottom? That one there stopped. Why is it losing focus? What is the deal with this camera? I was pointing the camera right at it. That was great. Not exactly sure if that was a shooting star or... It's just not. It's not staying focused for some reason. Oh, yeah! Alright. Right here. That one there stopped. What's the bottom? Right there. Oh, yeah! Okay. So... Alright. So when it comes to this stuff, that, I don't know. I see stuff like that basically on a nightly basis. Hang on. My light's back on. It's just a nice little short clip. So what we started off with there, with that light that you saw traveling across the sky, I've been watching those, and that night, and they were lighting up really bright and like flashing me. And I know this might sound a little strange, but this is what it seemed and felt like they were trying to communicate. And I was like, all right, you know what? I don't film this stuff hardly ever anymore because it just eats up a bunch of data on my phone. And I see it every night. I see it every night, just about every night. Sky's clear. There might be 1 in 10 nights that I don't see anything. It's very rare. Very rare. Anyway, they had been flashing me. It happened about 3 times. And I was like, all right, you know what? Fine. I'm going to go in and get the camera. I go get the camera. I come out. I'm like, all right, so these things have been flashing me. Here's one of them. It's going across the sky, and one lights up above it that wasn't the same. I mean, it did the same thing that they were doing, but it didn't travel and then light up like I had been seeing. This was just one that lit up and flashed me. And then within, 30 seconds or so after that, we had something else come in. I don't know, that could have been a fluke and a shooting star. Let's say it is. It's kind of weird that it happened. So, but it could have been. It could have been anything. I don't know. I don't claim to know what any of this stuff is. I know what I call it. There's plasma balls, which those are. That's what we just watched. Those are what I call plasma balls. There are also drones, what I call drones. I believe they're probably something similar to what the Boogosphere is. If you know what that is, you may or may not know what that is. That's what I think these things likely are. They travel fast. They light up. They have a light source inside of them. The Boogosphere did light up before it came down and crashed, or not really crashed, but just came down out of the sky, and the guy picked it up. And they've been experimenting on it now for, about a year or so? Or a little over? Maybe. It's been at least a year. And then there was a guy that, I think he lived in Arizona, and he was doing live streams on TikTok. Ooh! Oh! God! Spider just dropped down right beside me. Are you just going to spin your web right there? Is that what you're thinking? No? Yeah, I can't take you outside right at the moment because I don't even need to catch it in. Cup, yeah. Alright, let me catch this stupid spider and take it out. Oh, take it outside. Here's my delicious cup. I'll use my delicious cup. And pack of smokes. Alright, come here. Oh, nope. Oh, come on now. Ah. No, these spiders. Dude, you are spunky. He is, yeah. Bro, seriously. I bet you it's going to end up being on me because he come out of the cup. Let's see if another one's like that. What was I talking about? I can't even remember. And we got on the AI subject there for a minute. How it's, I I think it's likely to be the end of humanity before some nuclear war or something like that happens. Then you got, I didn't know this until this week. Trump is literally selling access for $100,000 to his Truth Social to get his Truth Socials early. It's straight up insider trading. So if you go back and look at, since the Iran stuff has started, which, Gregory, I know you're deeply involved in this or ingrained in this, whatever, not by choice. Every time he has announced a peace deal or of the likes, the stock market shoots up every time. The count of how many times he's done that as of 2 days ago was 49 times. 49 times the market has been manipulated by a person that should not be manipulating it, for sure. He's made 859 million. Wait, no, 859 billion? Yeah, it was 859 billion. I'd have to check. They just disclosed this. He's got trading accounts with 5 different banks. They had to disclose the information, and since he took office January 21st or whatever it was, at 25, he's made 859. I want to say it was billion. Hang on. But for $100,000 a year, you too can insider trade with the best of them. Okay, let's see. Okay, 858, not 859. $859 million, not billion. $858 million that he has made in profit since January of 2025. So a little over a year and a half. It's hot. It's friggin' hot. These cigarettes are weird. What in the world is going on with these things? Huh. I want to see the tobacco in it. Well, that explains it to me. So, if you look, see how that tobacco's really, really finely cut up? Really small. That's very, very small for a typical tobacco, like a smoking tobacco. That is, well, that's not normal. Wow. Here, let me pull it out of the bottom of the smoke. Look at this. Some of it got over into it. But look. See the difference? See how much larger this is than this? Fine stuff. How much bigger? So that's what it is. This tobacco, it's good, it's high quality, but it's very finely ground. or chopped or cut, whatever. That's the only explanation I have, because I've never experienced it. And there's a reason why it is cut larger like that, is for heat transfer. That's a big part of it. Huh. Well, explanation achieved. Satisfactory. You know what? The last time I did a live stream wasn't last week because of Brownie. It was the week before. And I think it was that night before that Perez Hilton guy went crazy. I saw that live. I was one of the, I don't know how many of us ended up, and I don't even think that I was following his current page, which is why I think that's very weird that it was suggested to me in my algorithm. That's something else that I was thinking about while I was in the shower earlier today, about how every single one of us now have our own individual algorithms made for us by who? A lot of it is Google. A lot of our information and our entertainment and everything else comes from Google. And I got to thinking, these algorithms have been powered by AI for a long time. Like, how long have we been using the word algorithm? Algorithms are performed by artificial intelligence. It's been around for a long time now that we've been being manipulated by these algorithms. You know, that's just the word they're using for the manipulation of the content that we see and the information that we get. And they are shaping discourse, day-to-day life, information that you take in, slowly, steadily, without anybody noticing that that's what's going on. Not without anybody. I notice. I mean, there's other people that notice. But that's what's going on. And until you realize that's what's happening, and you, like, I literally click on videos that I know I don't like them. Or I click on animal videos, and, you know, I like animal, like, just because I'm somewhat combating the algorithm. It's got a lot more to do with our day-to-day lives than most of us probably even want to admit. But it's certainly prevalent in what we do day to day. It's been so long since I've seen that movie with Mel Gibson. Man, I don't remember it. I don't remember the Mel Gibson conspiracy theory movie. I mean, obviously, George Orwell, 1984, so many things in that book are lining up perfectly with this surveillance state that we're already in. We're already in it. The thing now is trying to reverse what's already happened and not let it progress anymore. I mean, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Halloween is going to be a big flock, big night for flock. Let's put it that way. It's the one night a year a bunch of adults can run around in costumes and not be looked at as doing something nefarious, right? There's also a boycott. There's a guy, Jimmy Rig, I've been following on TikTok for a few years now. He was homeless when I first started following this guy, and he had like 50 followers, if that. Very few. And he's blown up on social media. I don't know what he's got followers-wise now. I don't pay any attention to that. But he started this campaign of weighing products in different grocery stores and Dollar General and places like that. And, you know, he was weighing some sugar in Dollar General and stuff like that. Maybe Family Dollar, I don't know. Dollar stores, Dollar Trees, I don't know. All of them, maybe. But there's a campaign going on to boycott Walmart, I think, starting September 1st. Or maybe it ends September 1st. Maybe it starts like the 25th, I think. Anyway, we all should participate in that. We all should participate in that. Everybody should participate in that. Boycotting Walmart's not a bad thing. Walmart has gotten way too big for their britches. And the digital price tags, the manipulation of prices, the fluctuating prices while you're shopping, assessing you initially, and deciding if they know if you sign up for a Walmart account, they're finding out and knowing how much money you got in your bank account. They know your health problems. They know everything. They know everything. So they bought Vizio. Walmart bought Vizio out. I started off not being sure about Vizio. I bought my first flat screen television in 2007 or 8 with my first paycheck from the job I thought was going to be my job forever. I got a job at a local plant, great job. Back then I started out $28.75 an hour, and it was going to go up from there, and I had full benefits for my entire family from the first day I hired on. It was a great job. And I enjoyed it after I got used to the heat. Making aluminum is very, very hot. Very hot. The hottest job I've ever had, and I've had some hot ones. Man, that's good. That's really good. Anyway, I bought a Vizio. First flat screen TV I bought. Not too long ago, I found out that Walmart bought Vizio. And to make your new Vizio television work, you have to set up an account. A Walmart account. Because Walmart owns Vizio. You have to set up an account on your new Vizio just so it'll function. And it's a Walmart account. That Walmart account, once you put in your credit card information, which they've already got most of this anyway. And that's kind of where we're all at. We're all like, well, we've already gave them pretty much all our credit card information, our card information. They've got our health information because we go to the pharmacy there, or we go to the pharmacy here, whatever. Not only that, they're doing biometric scans on you. Like, they're doing all this, collecting data on every single individual to target every single individual. Literally what they're doing with those digital price tags are assessing what you'll pay. How much will you pay? How much money you got in your bank account? Yeah, he'll probably pay $2 or $3 more for that than the person over here that's broke. They ain't got no money in their account. This guy will pay more. And then they assess like what kind of mood you're in. All kinds of things with these stupid cameras. And guess what? AI. It's tying into everything. And it's this endless circle of bad. Where's so anyone who doesn't live in America who's in my chat right now, I'm not talking to you. This is addressed to anybody who lives in America. This country is supposed to be our country. And all those people that work for us are supposed to be doing what we want and will benefit us the most, not them or their shareholders or the companies that they own and their shareholders. It's supposed to be what's best for us. This is supposed to be a country ran by the people and for the people. It hasn't been that for a long time. But there's no reason that we can't go back to that. Of course they're going to fight. But we outnumber them so badly that if we came together, there's no violence or anything like that needed. It's just the will of the people that would change everything. We just have to stop infighting. But that is all created on purpose. It's all a manipulation fighting over skin color, over bedroom preferences. First of all, when did we make it cool to talk about that out in the open? I don't want to know what you do behind closed doors. I don't care what you do behind. Keep it to yourself. I really don't care. I really don't care. That's where it ends for me. Keep it to yourself. Do whatever you do. I don't care. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to hear about it. It doesn't need to be part of your identity. We're just be good humans. Just do that. Be good Americans. Let's do that. It's so frustrating to see people so easily manipulated into fighting over the dumbest. Literally but. So I'm going to negate everything that I just said. Because every time you use the word but, it cancels out everything that you said before it. The population has been dumbed down so far on purpose. I saw a video yesterday of a teacher. Hit that thumbs up or down. Either way, don't subscribe, all that, if you don't mind. Google was really pushing that. So, I saw a video of a teacher yesterday. He was a senior teacher teaching kids, 17, 18-year-old kids getting ready to graduate, right? He said 80% of his class could not read. 80% of his class could not read. The guy was in tears. So he cared to a certain extent, and at least he's saying it. He's putting it out there. And he said 90% of them could not write. If you can't read, you're not going to be able to write. So, this is what we're dealing with. People that cannot read and write. They live their lives through videos 3 to 30 seconds at a time. Their attention spans are gone. Sitting through a live stream like this would kill most of them. I can't do it. Oh, it was too hard. Okay, fine. You can't deal with super long form content. You can't deal with learning. You can't deal with... There's steps to all of this that all piles up. I mean, it's the food that has manipulated everything health-wise, DNA. Like, it's literally deforming our DNA. The plastics. I mean, when you really start going down the quote-unquote rabbit, just the data, just looking at all the data, we're in a bad way. We need to get back to valuing the farmers, locally grown food, local businesses, keeping the money in the communities. And the only way I see us actually making a change is legitimately wiping the entire governmental system out, firing everyone, and starting over. When we start over, only working class people are eligible for election. That's the only way I could see that working. I mean, I'm not talking about all politics. It's just like, how do we save what the future? Like, what are we going to do? Because this ain't it. This ain't it. I don't know where we go from here if we don't stop letting ourselves be manipulated by algorithms and the purposeful, intentional dumbing down of society. It's already gotten so deep that now, like, they've achieved such a goal, maybe people are too dumb to come together and stop doing what they're doing. I mean, it's self-destruction. It's self-destruction at its finest. Most people, if they really thought about it, they would have to understand that, I would think. Then again, I don't know. You never know what other people think, how they look at things. We're individualized. We can't see things through others' eyes. We can try to put ourselves in their shoes as much as we want, but we don't know what they know. We don't know what they understand. It gets complicated. So that means you just got to keep it as simple as possible. The message, the outcome, the benefits versus the negative versus what we've got now. It seems so simple to fix, but it takes everybody. It would take everybody coming together. And there is where we run into the problem, isn't it? We can't seem to come together. I don't know. I need to get into looking at that study about, because after 9/11, people did come together throughout the entire world, not just America, throughout the entire world. I don't know how much effect like things that happen in America and American culture have on the rest of the world, but I do know that after 9/11, they have some sort of device floating around the world that can measure energy, like positive and negative energy of people. I don't even understand how this is. Well, we put off energy, and we collectively came together after that, and it lasted for quite some time. I've seen a few of the data points on this and seen people who understand it explain it, and it's pretty interesting. And we're at the opposite points right now. Like, we're just not together. We're not a cohesive at all, and we keep being divided more and more and more and more over dumber and dumber things. To me, it's not that hard to see. Maybe it is to some people. I think most of us in this chat right now probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. We probably see it for ourselves. I doubt you guys disagree with me very much. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Sound off in the chat if you do, I guess. I would love to hear an opposing view. I could be wrong. I don't. Nobody ever thinks they're wrong, especially when it's an opinion-based statement, because that's why you made that statement. You think you're right. I mean, it's my opinion, but I'm fully open to my opinion being wrong. I am fully open to learning, changing my opinions, or even what I think sometimes are hard facts. I could be wrong. Again, how many times has the facts been manipulated over the decades, over the centuries? A lot. And when you go back and you start, like, you really got to go back into some deep old books. Hard to find, not a whole lot of them around still. But when you get back into them, you start seeing they used to tell a lot, well, what seems to be a lot more truth in those old books. I mean, ether was on the periodic table till what, like 19 something, like right around the turn of the century. That would mean free energy for everyone. Ether, the energy that's all around us, all the time, everywhere. That I do believe probably at some points in the past, they were pulling that energy out of the ether and using it. I don't know if they lit things with it. I don't know if they cooked with it. I don't know what they done with it. I don't know if they energized themselves with it. I don't know. We'll never know, because history's been so manipulated. And maybe because they wanted to hide those things, and they wanted to do things that enrich themselves. That's really what I think has happened over the centuries. Is the people saw opportunity. They slowly changed what history was, and bent things and used things and erased things and invented things that benefited their class of people, or their bloodlines, or their long history, family trees, whatever, however you want to phrase that. Old encyclopedias. Oh, I know. It is interesting. One of the interesting things, and look, I'm not like this big Bible guy or anything like that, but one thing that I do find interesting that I found out that they have left out like they literally took the number, I don't know, it was like, say, verse 14, or like chapter 13, verse 14, whatever, however, I don't even know, like I'm not, that's not my thing. But there was a verse that specifically said that if you want to heal the human body, I can't remember exactly how it was worded in the Bible, but if you want to heal, the only way to actually heal the human body is to fast. It said it right in the Bible. They removed it out of the newer Bibles. All the newer Bibles, it's gone. It is gone. I can pull up a video and show you the direct comparison between old Bibles and newer Bibles. It's gone. They've taken out a whole lot of parts, of course, yes. I mean, they've taken out entire books. What is there, 6, 7 books? How many books are missing out of the actual, like what should have been the Bible? Is it 6 that's missing? It's something along those lines. And the Book of Enoch's the most famous one that everybody knows and has heard about, that I guess is kind of more of the non-traditional, more edgy history. The things that are in there, people don't like to hear them, especially the hardcore religious people, like, oh, aliens. Well, yeah, something. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Look, I've been watching this crap out here for years now. And I told you, nightly, it's here. You can dispute it. You can call me crazy. You can say, it doesn't matter. I know what I see. I know what I deal with it all the time. I talk about it. When I talk about it, I know that I'm going to have some sort of typically either negative energy from it, or it's usually not positive. You know, oh, that fucking guy's crazy. Oh, my neighbor, really? What's wrong with him? Nothing. Spend the time out here and just, my neighbor. You can see the same thing I see. So there's something to that. My problem really with the entire thing is we are at a point in history, or a present time, whatever, that they've got so much crap going on in the sky. And I saw a video of Elon Musk yesterday, and he was asked straight up, it's like, you know, about, you seen any aliens? And he was like, where are they? Where are they at? Yeah, I get what you're saying, Elon. But if I'm seeing this, Elon knows this stuff's out here. And his explanation was, well, there's shadow programs, and there's this, and there's that. And, all right, well, explain all the videos that we have now. Explain the Boogosphere. Explain all the artifacts that have been found. And I just seen Joe Phelps be mentioned. Look, I've watched Joe Phelps before. What happened to Joe Phelps happened to Joe Phelps. And I don't know where I stand on this as of this moment. I do know that apparently his wife Baker acted him. And I've heard the 911 calls now from the facility that he was in. And that's... I mean, look, he said it over and over in videos. Like, if I wind up not breathing, I'm going to use the soft terms for YouTube. When I wind up not breathing, it was the government. They came after me. Because he was working with Julian Brown, I think. Julian something. I can't remember his last name. The guy that's turning plastic into race fuel and diesel. Something electrolysis. And Joe had went and set up a solar setup for him so that it could be completely off grid. And it works. It's been working. And if you go, I can't remember the name of the media company. I want to say it starts with an O. It doesn't matter. They have done a pretty decent little compilation of people throughout history who have came out. There was the guy that had the car that ran on water. There was the guy that had the car that had got 120 some miles a gallon. There was a guy that was pulling energy out of the air just like Tesla was. Look what they've done to Tesla. They definitely done that to Tesla, and most of you guys probably already know that after he finally passed, after they had kept him drugged for 10 years on I can't remember what floor of the New Yorker hotel, um, Donald Trump's uncle went and snatched up all of his trunks of data, all of his trunks of everything that he had collected data-wise, experiment-wise. He's the one that went and got it. Trump's uncle. Well, I'll be a Trump's uncle. Yeah, the Invention Secrecy Act. Yeah, what an insane thing to freaking exist. So if it's going to affect the market more than, I think it's 40 or 60%, then they basically tell you you can't do it. What? If I can save the world with my invention, like literally save the planet with an invention that is going to decimate the oil companies, who cares? As if they haven't already made plenty of their billions and trillions and gazillions of dollars. Who cares? Oil companies, take the money that you have right now and invest it in something else. If you want to keep making money, do like anybody else that's got a crap ton of money and invest it in something that'll continue to make money, that isn't destroying the planet. I never thought I'd ever be like the tree-hugging type look, and I'm not. These data centers are destroying the planet. One data center, in 1 year, one data center produces more emissions in 1 year than a farm the same size does in 1,000 years. In 1,000 years. The one right down the road here that they are building right now, the Monarch, the largest data center in the world, 13 minutes from my house. They want to run 1,000 diesel and natural gas generators, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to make up for the power that they can't steal from us. Does anybody fathom what the emissions from 1,000 diesel generators running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is going to be? The sound, the smell, the emissions, the pollution, the oil consumption, the fuel consumption. What are we talking about? How is this even going to be lucrative for these surveillance centers? It doesn't make any sense still. To this, it does not make any sense. The guy that built the first ever data center in America flat out said they do not require water to keep the data centers cool. He said, I don't know where they came up with this idea or why they're doing that and why they're saying that. He's like, and he still owns data centers. And he built the first one. I don't know if he still owns the first one, but he built the first one many years ago. He said he's never built a data center that required a stitch of water, not a drop of water. It's not needed. Fans and air conditioning. That's it. You could even do liquid cooled, constantly circulating, closed system. You know what's even crazier? Is this data surveillance center that they're building right down the road, that was all Native American land. I promise you, as sure as I'm standing right here right now, my confidence level in this is very high that they've dug up Native American bodies, skeletons, bodies, digging that land up down there. I mean, if you could see what they're doing, this was all Native American land all through here. But I will say that the Native American history and lore was that they would not settle this land. And then Chief Cornstalk cursed this land. So I hope that it fails. That a lot of people believe in that curse, and a lot of because of everything that's happened here. And I don't know. I think there's something to it because people believe there's something to it. Do you know what I mean? Like they make things happen because they believe that it's cursed. Native American cursed it. He was done extremely wrong. And there probably were some natives buried in this area during the war because they were fighting on our side. They were helping us out for whatever reason. First shots of the Revolutionary War fired right down the road. I don't know, man. It's just it's bizarre to think about. Yeah, I stopped driving by it. It's probably been 2-3 months ago. I decided I can't look at it anymore. I can't. I'm lucky that I have an alternative route. Like, I will literally drive over to Ohio, down, and then back into Point Pleasant versus driving past that thing. I don't want to drive by it. I don't want to see it. And I feel extremely sorry for the people that are living right next to it, that are literally butted right up to it. Yes, Greg, you are correct. But they will not report it. So the way that site's being ran right now, there's no Overwatch. There's nobody watching over that site. It's nothing but the company down there with humongous bulldozers, the great big huge like Tonka dump trucks that, like, I don't know, the driver sets 20 feet up in the air. They're the huge ones. Dude, they're bulldozing that stuff. I promise you, they've dug up plenty of Native American artifacts. I guarantee it. And I'll tell you why. I think that also is because I know somebody who owns some property down there, and all they were doing was putting a garden in their backyard, and they ended up digging up a ceremonial, like, Native American ceremonial mask of some kind. It's in the Smithsonian right now. But that stuff's all over the place. Like, that was just them putting a garden in. And they refused to dig any more in that yard after that. Even though it was their property, they could have. I don't know, man. We're in a self-destruction mode right now, and unfortunately, Trump's at the head of it. He's the one that got all this started, and why we are where we're at right now. Well, I say he's not the only one, obviously, but he's the one that signed the paper that allowed all this to happen, I guess is what I should say. It's crazy. The Smithsonian is a black hole of artifacts. It is a manipulator of history and science. The giants that they have collected used to be common knowledge. It used to be in newspapers all over the country. You can still find it in some of them. But yeah, they've collected or maybe all. And then who knows the outer world stuff that's been collected. I mean, if you listen to the stories that are being told now, the government's got a lot of it. Well, I don't feel bad yet from drinking this. I mean, I did only make half of it, so maybe I'll only be half as bad if it does. I don't know how long it takes to happen. I'm hoping it's not. I mean, the odds are pretty low that it would be one of the ones that had it. But ain't no going back now. Oh, several days? Damn. I was figuring several hours if I was going to have it be tonight. Well, awesome. I'll take some pre and probiotics tonight and see if maybe if it is, maybe that'll combat it a little bit. I don't know. Fingers crossed that it's not one of the ones. I thought it was 7, 8, and 9, but then after reading what it said on MRE Info, it did list this particular menu and this particular dairy shake in that list. So I don't know. I could have sworn it seemed like back in the day whenever I used to, this knowledge used to be very fresh in my brain, and I had done hardcore research on it, that it was the strawberry and strawberry banana. Mainly the strawberry banana that had it, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Hopefully I will have some news and some things to come out with this week, and we will reconvene on a live stream soon. If it's not this week, it'll have to be the next week, because it's got to be done by the 2nd, and that is, today's the 23rd, Sunday the 23rd, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1st. 9 days. So yeah, definitely within the next 9 days. By the 2nd. Whew. Greg, let's catch up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll have to set a time, like a meeting time. I know our time differences are weird, but I'm up a lot, so I'm pretty sure I can make it happen to where we can get on a call. But I got to clean up a mess. I guarantee you, I got raccoons to deal with, and I think I'm about out of cookies. Yep, I'm down to 1 pack of cookies. Yep, they've ate everything, so never mind. They're not out there because they've already ate everything, all the food. We were going to go see them. I mean, all I got to do is walk out there and they'll start popping out of the freaking trees. Phoenix, you're not coming back, man? Oh, all right. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate everybody. If you guys don't care to maybe shoot a comment or something, I don't know. Like I said, Google's pushing for this stuff, so I guess I'm going to ask for it. It sucks, but it is what it is. Did I get bit by that damn spider? Huh. Anyway, I'm going to get everything cleaned up as usual, and I'll probably be back next Saturday or maybe before. I don't know. We shall see what happens. But all right, guys, I will don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down, you know, all the crap. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.